Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July holiday weekend. We did here in Sweet Home, Alabama. It was very fun. It did rain, so we didn't go to the fireworks, but we watched the Capitol fireworks on PBS, and they were terrific. We really thoroughly enjoyed that. I talked to a client earlier this week who was attending that, and she said it was amazing in person. So thank heavens for the TV when it's raining outside. So that was fun. This is the first Thursday of the month, and you know what that means. Drum roll. That means that I'm giving away a free session with some lucky winner. And how you register to be part of this drawing is you just leave a review about the show at ratethispodcast.com/Julie, ratethispodcast.com/Julie, or anywhere you listen to the podcast or on YouTube, any one of those channels, just leave a review, and then somebody is chosen each week for a free session with me valued at $200. And we can talk about whatever you want, because I am a buffet of psychicness, as you know. And so most private calls, private sessions, what we do is we'll do medical stuff. We can scan pets. We can talk to deceased loved ones. We can do past life stuff. Usually it's a plethora of different parts of woo-woo, as I call it, and it's really fun. It goes fast. It's fun. We cover a lot in that hour. So this month, the winner for July is somebody who's says she wrote her name as K Clog, KCLOG 404, K Clog 404, and she said, "Hi, my name is Julie, and I have a son named Ryan." I thought that was pretty fun. Your feed showed up on my Instagram feed. I have many questions. Will definitely sign up for a reading. Love your compassionate readings. So KClog 404, you have won a free session with me. Just send me an email, julie@askjulieryan.com. We will find a date and a time that works with your schedule and mine, and we'll have a ball talking about whatever you want. So KClog 404, send me an email. We'll get you all set. Alrighty, let's go to the phones. And our first caller is Brenda. Hi, Miss Brenda.
Hi, Julie. So excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Springfield, Massachusetts.
All right. And full disclosure, everybody, Brenda is a current student in my July Angelic Attendant Training class. And she had phenomena happen this past week. And I asked her to come on the show to tell all of you about it. So, Brenda, fill everybody in on what happened.
Well, it was actually on the 4th of July. I thought I was going on the Zoom call to practice, be in the practice group. And you know how when you're the first one on there, you only see yourself and what you can show on your computer. So at first I thought I had a really bad connection. So I said, oh my God, I can hardly see this. I shut it all down twice until I realized that it was spirit showing itself to me. It actually looked like what you could see in the screen, like it was pouring rain in my living room. There was that much energy coming down. And I yelled to my husband to come look at it. And he's like, oh my God, you could see the energy. Now, it was at 9 o'clock at night, and although it's not dark yet, I was sitting in front of a window, and this bright white light was coming from behind my head. And when I looked in the screen to my right, there was a huge column of light, and I knew it was spirit because I've been doing readings myself for 30 years, and I knew that it was spirit all around me. And it was really interesting, Julie, because before I went the call on the Zoom, my heart was racing like crazy, and I thought, what is wrong? My heart never races like this. And it must have been when spirit was coming in. And then I got so hot, I was sweating, my face was sweating, all of this, and I was like, what is wrong with me? And then we blew it up on I took a picture and then we blew it up, and you can see faces in that column of light, and you can see all the energy of spirit coming down. So I was so excited because although I've been doing sessions for years, I've never seen physical proof like that. And I have, like you said, Julie, I've been on your course there, and I was like, oh my God. And even though it was 4th of July, I called Julie and left a message. And she said I forgot to leave my name. I was so excited. So, yeah, it was really cool.
What do you attribute that to? I've seen the pictures, everybody, and the window behind her. It looks like it's noon. I mean, it is bright, bright white light, and it's not a reflection of the screen. It is the energy in the room, and the room is just lit up, and you can see that in the window. And I even asked Brenda, I said, did you have a blind drawn, or did you have curtains or anything? And she said, no, that's just how bright it was in the room.
Exactly. So you had said, it was funny, I had just read your email again to everybody that was in the group saying it's 10% technique we're learning and 90% of being in your energy. So, I mean, I had to attribute it to that because even though I've had my experiences with spirit, I've never captured it like that. And I was so darn excited I couldn't wait to share it with you.
Yeah. And so we posted the picture that she took on our private Facebook page for the AAT community, the current students and all the grads. And you've gotten some really fun comments from the other people that are in the
Yes.
AAT community on it. Yeah. It really was remarkable. And it is. It's about raising our vibrational level. And when we're together, our vibrational level just goes up that much exponentially. And so you were really getting cranked up on the 4th of July to be in that practice session.
And you know how funny it is? You know this stuff, but when you're in it, I'm like, oh, what's wrong with my iPad? What a horrible connection. And I was ready to accuse my dog of drooling on my iPad or doing something because we left him home all day. And I'm like, well, of course it's spirit.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on this evening and sharing that with everybody.
You're so welcome.
Just thought it was so phenomenal. And with your permission, I'll put your picture up on my regular Instagram and Facebook and all of that so everybody listening can see it as well. Do I have your permission to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I'll see you Saturday, girl, bright and early.
All right. Thank you,
for
Julie.
Our class. Okay. Take care. Bye, Brenda.
Bye.
That was so fun. She called me on the 4th of July, and I got the message late. It was too late to call her back. I could tell it was an East Coast area code. And so when I called her the next morning when I was on my walk early, I said, well, you got to tell me who this is first, because she didn't leave her name. It was just a phone number. But it really was remarkable. And when I talk about it's so important when you're going through any kind of training to communicate with spirit or any of the stuff that we do, it's so important to practice it. And that's why I have practice groups, both in my advanced training, the angelic attendant training, and also in the angels and enlightenment training, the new training that's self-paced online. The practice groups are the key to get you really ramped up so that you can do all this stuff, and everybody can do it. We all come in with the ability. It's just a matter of developing and then enhancing it. And that's what this training and these practice groups do. So thanks, Brenda, for joining us. Okay, let's go back to the phones. And our next caller is Nelson. Hi, Nelson.
Hi, Julie. Aloha. This is Nelson from
how are you,
Honolulu,
sir?
Hawaii.
Honolulu. How are things there? They're always good there.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, except for some things I've been going through.
Okay.
Should I give like a preface first?
Sure. Yes, please.
In 2017, my friend who's a psychic, who trained under a prominent psychic here, asked me if I wanted to adopt one of his puppies, because only one puppy got adopted out of that, I think, 4, 5, 6 puppies. So I took one I didn't want to adopt because I have two demented parents that are very difficult to care for. So I felt torn. But eventually, I adopted the puppy and named him Charlie. Unfortunately, he had liver shunt, which means that his liver could not process his protein. So I had gone through surgery with him, and the doctor could not help him because his liver was way in the back. And she said if I continued with that surgery, there was a risk of him dying. So I had to make a rough decision, and I told her that I'd rather not risk his life. So she sewed him back up, and then...
Nelson, I'm going to hold you over for the break. And when we come back, we'll hear the rest of your situation and then your question, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. Stay with us, everybody. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. We'll be right back. And we're back with Nelson from Honolulu. Nelson, you were telling us about your puppy, Charlie. So Charlie had some surgery, and is Charlie still with us, or is Charlie gone?
Unfortunately, here's what happened. So for 4.5 years, he had to live on prescription foods and a whole cocktail of medication and a lot of tender care. While I'm doing this, I'm taking care of two parents that are demented. And so I was really stretched. So in this point, 2 years went by with him being okay. And then in the last 2 years, he was deteriorating. And the final year, he was deteriorating pretty bad to the point that he was emaciated. I knew he was going to die because everything we did with the doctor did not work. On Mother's Day of last year, he died at the hospital.
I'm sorry.
He practically lived there sometimes because of his visits for seizures, because the medications kind of stopped working. So he'd spend time at the hospital, and I'd be wrenched with pain. And finally, that last day, I didn't realize was his last day. And then, so I left him at the hospital, and then they were going to cremate him. And then the next day, I smelled him. And then 3 months later, the surveillance cameras captured, 2 different surveillance cameras captured his image.
Oh,
detail
don't you love that? Don't you love that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in a lot of pain during those 3 months, and he came through for me to tell me that he's okay.
Oh,
but I'm still in so much grief that I wanted to
do you have those images, Nelson? Can you send them to me? And then I'll post them online. I'd love to see them.
Several.
Yeah, I'd love to see them.
Yeah, 2 different cameras captured them. And they even showed him flying around the room. Oh. So I was amazed, but at the same time, I was so sad. And I came close to ending my life because of the feeling of caring for 2 parents that are almost impossible. They just get worse. And that last day, I prayed to God to let me go because I was going to end it. And then that same day, he gave me an answer. He told me, don't do it.
He came to entertain you, to cheer you up.
All this time.
Yeah, he came to cheer you up. Well, did you have a question for me? Nelson, do you have a question for me?
Yeah, I do communicate with him through beeping of the cordless phone. In answer, he affirmative. Like if he's in the room, he beeps the phone. And one time he beeped it several times because I think he got tired of me constantly asking that same question.
I love it.
So I've been following what you've been teaching us about asking and then getting an immediate answer. And he does answer that through that mode also. Like if I ask him, do you like this? And he'll say yes right away. But I know he's here with me. I know for sure because the images prove to me that he's still alive. My question would be, I'm a skeptic in some forms. My psychic friend said I'm psychic, but I'm a skeptic. Even though I've been able to do things that I can't explain. I know even communicating with him, I'm still a skeptic because I'm always thinking, that's just my wishful thinking. That's why I wanted to ask you, I'd like to speak with him through you instead of through me because I'm always questioning my own abilities.
Yeah. Did you have a question for him?
I put out food and water. I pet him. I bathe him daily, and I'm wondering if he likes that or he even if that even matters to him. In some sense, some people might say, "Oh, that's not important," but I know him. That it matters to him. And then there's another part to this question because
Nelson, he's saying that it's not necessary. He knows that you love him. He knows that you miss him, and he appreciates your thoughtfulness. It's not necessary because in non-physical, he doesn't need food or water. So you don't have to keep doing that. Okay. And he's pretty cute. He's also saying, Nelson, I mean, you're still a skeptic, for God's sakes. You've seen pictures on your security cameras of him in the room. When you said he was flying around the room, it made me picture Casper the Friendly Ghost, flying around the room from that old cartoon.
That's him.
Yeah. I love it.
That is Charlie.
Yeah.
He had such a personality. That's why I'm so brokenhearted because he died so young, and I felt
He's
like
saying
I
getting
should
another
have been
puppy.
the one to die.
He wants you to get another puppy.
I know he did communicate.
Yeah, but get a puppy that's housebroken.
But funny thing is, he did communicate with that wish to me like 2 days ago. He said because I saw this dog that looked like him online, and he constantly beat the phone like he knew what I was thinking. Was that him? I mean, like, he used the cordless phone to communicate with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I'm still a skeptic, but that's just the. Finally, is he? I mean, is he like around me constantly? I always feel him and kind of see him. Or am I losing my head?
You're losing your mind. No. People think that. They think, oh, that's just my imagination. No. When you think you see him, you are seeing him. When you think you smell him, you are. When you think you hear him, you are. When you think you're feeling him, you are. And this goes for everybody that does this with a loved one, deceased loved one, with a pet. It doesn't matter. It's that first thing, Nelson, as I talk about all the time, it's that first thing that comes into your head in a nanosecond. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they'll answer us before the thought's even thought out all the way, because time doesn't exist in the spirit world. Time's a human creation, and that spirit is answering us immediately. If you think about it for more than a couple of seconds, that's going to be your brain talking to you. But when you said, I'm still a skeptic, he said, I don't know what we have to do to get you to believe. He said, this is pretty convincing evidence, but he said, but I'll think of something. So be prepared and call us back.
It's so funny because every time he gives me a sign, he does double. Every single sign he gives me, he does double, not just one time.
I love it.
Every time he does double.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for calling and sharing that. Send me your picture, Julie@AskJulieRyan.com, and I'll post it online for everybody. I'm eager to see it myself. So stay tuned, everybody. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we will get somebody else on and see what fun question they have. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We've got Miss Amy on the phone next. Hi, Amy.
Hey, Julie. Congratulations on your new training that we could do self-paced.
Thank you. It was a lot of work. It was way more work than I thought it was going to be. Please tell everybody where you're located.
I'm in San Diego.
Terrific. Well, you got a question for me?
Yes, I want to have my teeth back to a Hollywood smile as much as possible. And I fell on the ground on my bike and cracked the heck out of them in 2010. And I don't care what it costs. I'm at the point that it makes me happy because I don't like how my teeth look anymore. It's so emotional. We're getting biometric dentistry done, bring my teeth back to a good smile, or is there any information on what I need to do? Because I feel like my teeth are affecting my health. I just feel like, man.
So what I got,
it was quite a bit.
Amy, am I on speaker? Can you take me off speaker, please? Just hold the phone up to your mouth. That's all right. What I got was have you looked into getting veneers? Are you still there? Did you mute yourself? I think we're having some challenges here. Okay, so Amy, I lost you, but what I got was get veneers, and hopefully that will restore your smile back to that Hollywood movie star smile, and then we'll go from there. All right, let's go to Patty next. Hi, Patty.
Hi, how are you, Julie? I hope you're doing
wonderful.
Well.
I am, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. My mother I'm calling from Queens, New York. And the reason I'm calling is that my mother was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and then she was in rehab for 2 weeks at the end of April until towards the end of May. So for 4 weeks, I was going back and forth from the hospital to rehab, and I didn't have a good diet for those 4 weeks. And then I developed COVID right before she was released, and she had to go to my brother's house for a couple of days before I tested negative, until I tested negative. So what happened is during the 4 weeks, I ate like crap. That's a nice way to put it. That word I can't say on the air, but right. I ate like crap, and apparently that's why I had COVID. But now I'm noticing that I'm having more sugar problems now. Now, I don't know if it's from the crappy diet or for the fact that I had COVID, and I've been feeling nauseous recently. So I don't know. It's probably, I'm guessing it's me not eating good, and then me on top of it having COVID that really messed up my body.
Yeah, I think it's your gut, Patty. So stay low on the food chain. You know what to do. Stay low on the food chain.
Yes.
And stay away from processed anything or refined anything, and increase your good fats, grass-fed butter, refined coconut oil, olive oil. You're Italian. I know you got lots of olive oil probably at your house. Wonderful olive oil. And stay away from fermented foods.
Yeah, that's what my mother cooks.
Yeah.
She sautés the onions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So just clean up your diet. Stay away from anything that's processed. Stay away from sugar. If you're going to eat fruit, that's great, but just eat it at the end of your meal like a dessert so that it's not going to raise your blood sugar level. And some tricks that you can do is if you're going to eat fruit, eat some nuts with it or eat some cheese. I found this keto granola at Costco that's amazing, and I put it on fruit, and that's my dessert. But I'll pour a little bit of the brain octane oil on there to mix it all up, and it slows down the sugar rush from the fruit. So just stay low on the food chain, and you'll be fine. Your stomach just got out of whack.
Is that why I'm having nauseous?
Yeah.
Your
stomach's out of whack.
Yeah, it's from, because of crappy diet that I had. Because, tell you honestly, I didn't have this before my mother went in the hospital. I had it after. So, and because me not eating good, and me being stressed out for my mother had, she had flu A, and mycoplasma pneumonia, which is considered a community-based pneumonia. It's like walking pneumonia. But for somebody who's about to turn 90 next month, it was very dangerous. It was like, it was dangerous, but she was not in critical condition. Thank God for that. But it was like she was in bad shape. But she's fine
I'm glad
now.
She's better. God love her. She's like the Energizer Bunny, your mama. God love her. Well, I'm glad you're better, too. Just stay low on the food chain. If God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it, just in the short run. And you'll get back to normal. The other thing, though, too, is you probably want to take some vitamin C, Patty, the ester C. Take 1,000 milligrams of that and 50 of zinc. And be sure and take your D3 as well, because in K2 with the D3, get some sunshine, and that's going to help your immune system get back to normal. So I hope you feel better, and I hope your mom continues to heal as well.
All right. Thank you so much, and
You
God
bet.
bless you.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Patty. All righty, let's go to Bob next. Hi, Bob.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Good. This is Robert Adams in Tacoma, Washington, calling about my little dog,
Yeah, what's his dog's name?
Annabelle.
Annabelle?
Yes.
Annabelle.
And
Wow. What kind of dog is Annabelle?
X-ray is a Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh, she's a foo-foo dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's going on with Annabelle?
The doctor took X-rays and they saw the swollen heart as larger than normal. And it kinked the trachea. It is actually kinked the trachea, and so naturally it has trouble breathing or coughing and this and that and the other. And I don't know if you could do anything about that. If it's kinked in there, I don't know how you're going to unkink it.
Oh, my. So what's the vet saying about that?
The pressure from the heart. But I've talked to other owners of this of my dog, and they say some of them have it. It's a kind of a thing with these Yorkshire Terriers. It's fairly common anyway. But
Interesting.
He said 2 to 3 years, and then it's over.
Oh,
but
how old is she?
I can get it fixed. She'll be 10 in November.
Okay. What I watched happen, Bob, I went ahead and got her on my radar while you were talking just for time's sake. And what I watched was her trach get moved over. So it's not straight. It kind of curves a little bit. It has a little bit of a curve in it, and it's made room for her enlarged heart. And I've never seen that healing before, but I thought, well, that's creative. So hopefully that will help with that. I'm also getting that, do they have her on some medication? There's some medication that can help with that, with the enlarged heart.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay, good. Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it's called, but they did give me 2 medications.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk to her. Does she seem like she's winded? Does she seem like she's tired and she's struggling? Yes,
sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Especially the sun. She doesn't.
Go ahead.
But so it's not kinked anymore?
Well, what I saw happen was I saw the trach do a curve around where the heart is pressing on it. So the trach is normally straight.
Oh, okay.
And so I watched, it's got a curve in it now, like a big bend in the road. You know, if you're driving down a straight road, then all of a sudden you take a big curve and you'll see the sign that will say, slow down because there's a big curve in the road. That's what I saw happen, and that's what's still in place. So let's ask her, Annabelle, are you ready to go? She's saying, I said, Annabelle, are you ready to go? And she said, oh, no, like that. And then, what do you need? What do you need?
Is she in any pain? I don't think she is. But.
No, she says she gets winded sometimes. But
that's it. Exactly.
Do you and your wife fix her special food?
Yes, we do.
Is she getting special? Yeah, she'd like more. She loves that. She's saying continue with the special food. So I hope that helps. Keep us posted on how Annabelle's doing, and then we'll see what we can do to help her along the line. But I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon, Bob. Thanks for calling. All righty, everybody, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to get Jeanette on and see what Jeanette has to say. So stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. And we're back. Let's go to Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Are you there? Well, okay. Let's try Deb next. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Julie. Calling from Boise, Idaho. How are you?
I'm terrific. How are you doing?
Great. Hey, Julie, here's a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've noticed that my anxiety has been up, and I noticed that I'm biting my nails, like, to where they bleed. And when I normally have, like, gel acrylic on tops, they're fine. But I've noticed over the last week, off and on, that it's just like I cannot stop. And I was just wondering, is there some kind of vitamin deficiency or something that you could see? This is something I've done my whole life, but it's like it goes in spurts right now with the gel that I can put on top. But I was hoping maybe you could do a quick scan and see if there's something that's causing all this.
Yeah. Tell me about your diet. What are you eating? Have you had a clean diet, or you've been eating junk?
No, it hasn't. Over the 4th of July, I did have more junk than normal, yes. So that's for sure. But we did have a house full of people, and I did notice with commotion, but I didn't know if there was, sugar or if it's, something else that might be causing this, because I haven't been eating a lot of junk. So just wanted your thoughts on that.
I've got you on my radar. You look inflamed. You look like you've got red fog over your whole body. That's inflammation. So let me calm that down. That's anti-inflammation energy is a royal blue color, Deb. So I'm getting that calmed down. When you were telling me about it at first, what I was getting was it's your gut. It's just what I was talking with Patty from Queens about. Stay low on the food chain. Stay away from anything processed. Up your good fats, your olive oil, your refined coconut oil, your grass-fed butter, stuff like that. Salmon, sardines, stuff like that. That fish is really fatty too. I can't do the sardines, but a lot of people like them. My dad used to eat them out of the can with that mustard sauce. Ugh. I don't know. But
no,
I know. You know what I'm talking about, though? Oh, yeah.
I do.
And it would stink up the whole house. When he'd open it, my mother would say, "Go outside and eat that stuff," because it was just so stinky. That's what I'm getting, Deb, is it has to do with your gut. And you've probably heard me talk about the 2-minute rule. If you have a thought that's making you feel stressed or it's a negative emotion, just ask yourself, is this going to kill me in the next 2 minutes? It's a yes or no answer. You're going to laugh a lot of the time because you're saying, no, if I don't get this room dusted before company comes, that's not going to kill me in the next 2 minutes, even though it feels like it is. So that will help with that. And then why did you stop getting gel polish on your nails?
Because if I didn't put that on top, I will chew them.
All right.
So when I bite them, like right now they're so short, I'm going to have nails put on just to cover them to keep them out of my mouth. But I'm biting and I cannot stop biting them once I start. That's the thing. So I thought, well, maybe there was some kind of a trigger or something going on there.
Yeah, there is. But do what you need to do to keep yourself from doing that. And what I'm getting is that your brain chemicals aren't right because your stomach chemicals aren't right. The ecosystem in your gut. I would suggest doing the gut biome test, Deb. And if you email me, julie@julieryan.com, I will get you the link to the gut biome test. That's going to tell you what are going to be your best foods to eat and which foods to avoid. And I think that will help a lot. So send me an email.
That's wonderful.
I'll send you that link. Get your gel nails put back on, and then you'll be back in business. Okay. Thanks for calling.
And by the way, your yard looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It gives me a lot of joy. I appreciate your kind words.
Absolutely.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, Julie.
Let's try Jeanette again and see if we can get her this time. Jeanette, are you there? Hi, Jeanette. Yeah. Not happening. All right, let's go to Heather. Hi, Heather. Hi, Heather.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific,
Good.
thanks. Where are you located?
I'm located in Oregon.
Oh, terrific. Okay. You got a question for me?
Oregon. I do. My question is about my grandmother. Her name is Mary Long. And my dad and I have been trying to figure out what's been going on with her. She's always been one that's really good about knowing what your health is, but she's not willing to share like how she's feeling or what she's, going through. And so I was wondering if you could do a scan on her if she would allow it.
Okay. I'm going to connect to you. And then from you, Heather, I'm going to connect to Mary, your grandmother. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. Got you on my radar. All right. Going to your grandmother. Mary, I'm talking to Heather. Is it okay if I scan you energetically? She says, oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. So let's ask her spirit a question. Are you feeling poorly? She's saying, I'm just slowing down. How young is she, Heather?
She is 76.
Oh, she's young. The older I get, the younger that sounds.
Yeah.
All right. She says she's slowing down.
She's had some health. Okay. She's had some health problems, and we've actually have kind of wondered if she's had some memory problems over the years, and we've wondered if she's getting. Can you maybe ask her if she's getting dementia or if she's?
I'm getting a yes on that. She's not dying at the moment. Her spirit's in her body. I would be able to tell that on the outside. I don't have to ask permission for that because I'm looking at the outside of someone when I connect with them. So are you going into dementia? Yes.
Okay.
Look up David Perlmutter, Perlmutter, David Perlmutter, MD. He's got a website. He is a neurologist in Florida. Heather, he does amazing things with dementia patients to either thwart or reverse the dementia. So just look up on the internet, do a search on David Perlmutter, MD, and you'll get lots of golden nuggets of things that can help your grandmother. But she's not dying at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do for her?
Yeah, look up David Perlmutter and follow what he recommends. And that will help her a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you so much.
Time for another break.
Bye.
When we come back, we'll get some more people on the line and see what their questions are. So stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 667-770-1476, and the access code is 483620#. Now, this information is available on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, and anywhere you download the podcast in the show notes. We are available on all of the networks, including YouTube and Alexa, so you can find that information there. When you're downloading the show, please remember to subscribe and leave a review at ratethispodcast.com/Julie or on the network that you're using, whether it be Apple or Spotify or whatever. You can leave a review there. And then you might be the next winner for August because I give away a free show every month. The reason a free session each month. The reason why I do that is because I appreciate you listening to the show and being part of this community. And it's just something that I can do for people that $200 is a lot of money for a lot of people. And it's something that you can get for free. So I give away usually 12 or 14 of them a year. And I hope that you can be one of the winners if you want one. All right. What else? Call-in details can also be found on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Everything's at Ask Julie Ryan. Be sure and follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, Ask Julie Ryan. Be sure and follow me there. And then we post stuff pretty much every day. And it's a lot of fun putting that together. And it's fun to converse back and forth with the people who send me messages, and I always answer them. So send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. While you're on AskJulieRyan.com, be sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. It's a question somebody has submitted online, and then I answer it. And also, be sure and schedule an appointment with me. I'm booked out for a couple of months. When you get on my calendar, you will get a confirmation email. On that email will be a reschedule button. Click on that periodically when you think of it, and it will show you sooner days and times that you can get in. Happens every week. Whenever I get somebody, I've had 2 this week already, they say, "Oh my gosh, you were right." I'm like, yeah, I tell people every week. So just get on my calendar whenever you can, whatever's available, and then check back on that reschedule button of your confirmation email. What else? My new trainings, Angels and Enlightenment training, AskJulieRyan.com, Angelic Attendant training. I am teaching the summer class right now. I teach it once a quarter live on Zoom. It's a blast. We limit it to 12 people because it's a lot of practice in there. And then that was what Brenda was talking about, my first caller. And then October, my fall class is full. I've got 4 spots left for January of next year. So January of 2023, I got 4 spots left. So if you're thinking that you want to do it, go ahead and sign up for it. If somebody needs to move from the October class, there's a chance that you might be able to move up to that class. But go ahead and get on that. So everything you need to know is at AskJulieRyan.com. Okay, this week we got a question from Germany, and it comes from Ginny, and Ginny lives in Bavaria. And she said, "Dear Julie, what's with the headaches I'm experiencing," in all caps, "all the time?" ? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Many greetings from sunny Bavaria. Love, Ginny. And here's my response. Hi, Ginny. Greetings back to you from sunny Sweet Home, Alabama. To learn what may be causing your headaches, I energetically connected to you in Germany and saw in my mind's eye a hologram of your body. 2 things stood out. First, you look like you're currently being or have been exposed to mold. I cleared it from your energy field. To learn more about how to heal from mold toxicity, please watch the documentary called Moldy Movie. You can go to moldymovie.com and you'll see that. Anybody listening, if you think you've been exposed to mold, this is going to give you a lot of information. moldymovie.com. And listen to an interview with Dr. Neil Nathan and Dr. Margaret Christensen, 2 physicians helping heal from mold exposure. So go on my website, go to the blog page. Those links are all there. And they're also in the email that I sent out, which was this question and my answer. So those links are all in that email, and they're also on my site. I went on to say, second, you look like you're low in estrogen. Are you in menopause or perimenopause? If not, it's highly likely you have a malabsorption issue going on. In the meantime, I energetically added estrogen to your body. Please visit Global Women's Health Expert Dr. Christiane Northrup's website, and that's Dr. Northrup for Dr. Northrup, drnorthrup.com, NORTHRUP.com, and learn about bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Those are the hormones that our bodies make when we're young and fertile. As we age and go into perimenopause and menopause, our hormone levels start to diminish, and Mother Nature says, we don't really need her anymore because she's not propagating this species. Well, we can fool Mother Nature and do the bioidentical hormone replacement. Synthetic hormones, which is what Big Pharma makes, that has extra molecules, those hormones, it has extra molecules added to their formulas so they can be patented. The body doesn't recognize that, but the body recognizes the bioidentical because it's the exact molecular composition of what our bodies make when we're young and fertile. So check that out. I believe these 2 issues, mold exposure and lack of estrogen, are the cause of your headaches. I also believe you can heal your body and eliminate those headaches. Hope this information helps and hope you feel better. So if somebody's not in menopause or perimenopause, they can still have a malabsorption issue with hormones, and then that's a gut thing. And the malabsorption issue can come from leaky gut. It can come from your gut just being whacked, from being on medications. Exposure to mold is always going to whack our guts, because when we breathe in those mold spores, it causes inflammation throughout our whole body, and our immune system's based in our gut. So that's how that works. So hopefully that'll be some information that will help Ginny and will help those of you that are suffering from the same symptoms out there. Okay, let's go back to the phone. And our next caller is Gihada, and I'm probably butchering your name. Gihada, hi. Say your name for me.
Hi, it's Gaida.
Gaida. All right. Well, I wasn't even close. But
Gaida.
Thank you for helping. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for taking me. I'm from Irvine, California.
Okay. Terrific.
And
got a question for me?
For my call. Yeah, actually, I have 2 deaths happened in a couple of months with one is my cousin's wife. She was about 32 years old. She just had a heart attack while driving, and then my stepfather. But I want to see if any of them can give us any message, any closure.
Yeah. Who do you want to talk to first?
Actually, they're both important.
What's your cousin's wife's name?
Because she has Layla, and she has
Layla.
2 daughters, 2 little ones. And the thing is, just a couple of days ago, one of the daughters, she's 6 years old. She told her dad that she came to her in a dream and put her on her lap, and she said she was transparent.
Yeah. Good. Little children are able to see spirits and communicate with spirits. That's what my children's books are all about. Get a hold of some of those. Some of my children's books, I have angel messages for kids, angel messages for cats, and angel messages for dogs. And get those books and get them to your cousin, and he can read them to the girls. And that will help foster the communication that what they're seeing is actually true, and it will help them develop their skills, and it will be really comforting to them and the family. That's why she's coming to them and why her daughter can see her. She's trying to comfort them. Yeah. So
he wants to see her, but he's having a hard time.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So I can find them on your website.
Yes, go to AskJulieRyan.com and just go to the books page, and you'll see them. It'll take you to an Amazon page. Yeah, get those for them first of all.
Wow.
And then secondly, she's saying that he is he's doing well. How long ago did she pass? She passed recently?
In April, yes.
Yeah. He's still in shock. So are you helping him? Is the family rallying around him?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a little bit distant from him, but I'm trying when, just kind of a little bit comfort here and there. But he said he's more like, I want to know if she's okay. I want to know if she's any messages. He wanted to see her in a dream, but she's not coming.
Yeah. So what he can do?
To know she's okay,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's fabulous. She's in heaven. She's fabulous. What you can do, what you can suggest to him is before he goes to sleep at night, just say to her, remember our heads are big satellite dishes and they receive and they transmit frequencies. So in order to talk with a deceased loved one, even to talk to anybody, whether you knew them or not, is irrelevant. You just think of them, and that tunes our satellite dish head to their frequency. Everybody has a frequency that they keep throughout all their lives. And just say to her before he goes to sleep, honey, I want to meet you in my dreams. Let's go to Newport Beach, or let's go to wherever and meet me in my dreams. And she will. She will. Tell him to keep asking, and she will. And that'll be the best time for her to communicate with him, because he's so distraught that his vibration's going to be low. And spirit doesn't communicate on the I feel crappy channels. But when we're asleep, our brains relax. So hopefully that'll help. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll get our next caller on. Stay with us. And we're back. Let's go to Victoria next. Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Julie. So good to talk to you again. I'm calling from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Terrific. How are you doing?
My question today, Julie, yeah, I know. It's so good to talk to you again. You helped me with my son, Patrick, who crossed by suicide, and my son, Sean, who's infertile. No news yet on the baby front, but I will let you know. But today I'm calling about my son, Ryan, like your last name.
Great name.
Today's his birthday, as a matter of fact. And it is a great name. And he is my middle son. And I did ask his permission for a scan. And I am just so hopeful that you might be able to pick up something. He has had multiple suicide attempts. He has active substance abuse addictions. He's been in and out of psychiatric hospitals probably over 20 times. He's been in detention or corrections almost as many times. And he's psychotic. Mm-hmm. And he feels that, satellites are beaming down on him and the devil is coming after him. And I'm at my wit's end. I lost a son to suicide, his best friend, his younger brother. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I've lost another son. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping you might be able to do some kind of scan and see if there's any kind of hope.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, Victoria, is I'm going to connect to you and then from you to Ryan. Does he live with you? Does he live close by? Where is he?
Ironically, I have a restraining order against him because he's assaulted me a few times and he has destroyed a lot of my property. So he may be very close by, actually. He was knocking on the door about an hour ago.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay. So what I've done is I've connected to you and from you to him. I get he's within a 5-mile radius of you.
Yeah. Right. That's correct.
Okay. Ryan, he's not dying at the moment. His spirit's in his body. I don't know what you can do if you can't get through to him. I would love to see you get in touch with the people at Amen Clinics, AMEN, and ask them for their advice and see what they say. I don't know that you could get him to go there, but boy, it sure would be nice to get a brain scan done of him, a SPECT scan, SPECT, which is different from a CT scan, Victoria, and it's going to show the parts of the brain that light up with certain activities. And somebody that's got that kind of mental illness, they'll be able to see what's going on. Eamon will oftentimes he'll scan criminals and he'll scan other people that are really violent and they've had some concussion or they've had brain damage from the drugs or whatever. And it's just a roller coaster ride because they take the drugs because they're trying to make their brain work better. And it does in the short run. And then it just goes down a slippery slope by doing that. I'm sure that you've gotten in touch with the local mental health people there in Colorado Springs. Have they been any help to you at all?
Many.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I know Ryan's making these choices, but he'll go to a psychiatric hospital. They'll give him the antipsychotics and antidepressants. He'll use them for a little bit. He'll either stockpile them to overdose to die, or he'll just stop them completely. And this has been a secular thing with Ryan. And since Patrick passed, the meth use has just increased and interestingly enough, he hasn't had any suicide attempts since Patrick crossed, but the meth use has just skyrocketed and the destructive behavior towards me. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
I would reach out.
There was brain damage with his brother.
Yeah. Reach out to amenclinicsplural.com, Victoria, and see what they say. I don't even know that you could get him in for a scan, But it sure would be great if there's some way that you could pull that off with him. The other thing that I'm getting is at this stage, you have to really be focused on what you need to do to protect yourself and be sure that you're safe. And I know that you're doing that, but and that's the whole addiction thing when you get pulled in, and they're very convincing. When you get pulled in, you get vulnerable. So that's what I'm getting from Spirit is that needs to remain your number one concern. What are you doing to protect yourself? You probably have an alarm system or something like that, I would imagine.
I've got dogs that alert me when he's close. I have one particular 3-legged dog that really does not like him. So I get an alert immediately. My cameras don't go with my Wi-Fi. So unfortunately I had to take those down. The police have said, fortify the garage because he was accessing to the garage. I have really intense locks everywhere, but, this has been difficult because, I feel like I've lost 2 sons now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I've lost 2 sons.
Well,
but I am taking, and thank you for the validation. I am taking care of myself. I'm really trying.
Can you get another camera system?
I'm going to need to, because actually the police really, really like that kind of evidence when he does try to create, chaos here. So I'm going to have to either change the Wi-Fi, put the other cameras up, or vice versa. But they really like that evidential piece of it when this has to go to court. So good suggestion.
Well, one other thing, too, before I let you go, Victoria, is what I'm getting in addition to you taking care of yourself. Part of taking care of yourself is to be able to keep telling yourself this is his path and it's benefiting him in some way. And it's benefiting you in some way, too. So hang in there, girl. Let us know when the baby's coming.
Much, Julie.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
I know. I'm so excited. Thank you, Julie.
Okay. Let us know. All righty, everybody. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we will get Ellen on next and see what Ellen has to say. Stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. And we're back. Our next caller's Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Julie. This is Ellen from Untitled, Michigan.
Hi, Ellen from Michigan.
A question. My question is, I pray for my husband every day throughout the day, and I was wondering if he prayed for him and I miss him so much. And if my mom goes, I miss her too.
Okay. What's your husband's name, Ellen? I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you get closer to the phone, please, and get us off speaker?
His name's Dennis.
Dennis? Okay. Did you have a question for him? Is he passed? Has he passed? Did I lose you? Hello, hello. Okay. Well.
You can't hear me.
Oh, now I can. Now I can, yes. So, Dennis has passed? Okay. I'm having trouble hearing you again. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect from you, Ellen, to Dennis, and then let's see if he has a message for you. So heading up to Michigan. Got you. All right. He's standing to your right. Is there anything you want Ellen to know? Something about the chickens. He's talking about the chickens. I don't know. Did he like chicken? Do you have chickens? What's going on with the chickens? Maybe I can hear you now.
She eats a lot of fried chicken.
She eats a lot of chicken. All right.
Fried chicken.
All right. So he's saying, watch out for the chicken. Does that mean? That means take it easy on the fried chicken, I guess.
Okay.
How funny. Did you have another question for him, Ellen?
Could I? Yeah. I just wanted to know if he knows for him every day, throughout the day.
Oh, yeah. He's with you. He's around you all the time. Whenever you think of him, then he comes right in. And if you're doing something random and you think of him just out of the blue, that's him letting you know that he's close by. Yeah. He says he's waiting for you, but no hurry. Because, time doesn't exist in the spirit world. Time's a human creation. So he says he's ready for you and he's waiting for you, but no hurry. You take your time. Okay. And take it easy on the fried chicken. You can eat chicken, just don't eat so much fried chicken. Okay. Thanks for calling, Ellen. Oh, gosh. That's a great example of, even after I've done this thousands and thousands of times for decades, and I'll get a message from Spirit, and it doesn't make sense to me. It sounds like a wacky answer, but I don't edit it. I just say what I get. And that's a great example. He's talking about chicken, and I'm going, okay, maybe she lives on a farm or something. And it's about fried chicken. And normally, the vast majority of the time, like 99.9% of the time, it resonates with whomever I'm communicating. And it's just hilarious. So there you go on the chicken. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go to Mary next. Hi, Mary.
Oh, hi, Julie. How are you? Thank you for taking my call again.
You're welcome. Did I have you on before? I don't think I did. Did I tonight?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
No, not tonight, but
tonight. I didn't think so.
A couple months ago.
All right.
No.
All right. You got a question for me? Where are you, first of all?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Northeastern Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And I called like a couple months about my husband's eye. It was like a vascular thing, and you kind of cleared it out.
I remember.
And he went to the doctor, and it went a little bit smaller. But then he went back like 2 months later, and it got a little bigger again. Okay. And now they have to give him shots, and they have to give him shots in his eyes. So I'm in his one eye. So I just wanted to know if you could look at it.
Sure. Remind me of his name, Mary.
His name is Alex.
Alex. Okay. And remind me what's going on with his eye. He's got a vascular issue in his eye, but what are they calling it?
It's like a little branch, like one of the branch veins. It's just a little, a little larger than the other veins. So you had done something to it. You did roto-rooter on it, and you said, and it went down a little bit, and then it just went back up again. And now they need to put some type of medicine in his eye in the form of a needle. And I was just like, I'm nervous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I spent a lot of time in and out of surgeries, developing products and stuff like that. And the only surgery that gave me the willies, Mary, was eye surgery when they were cutting on the eyeball and sticking needles in the eyeball. It was just like, I didn't pass out in the operating room, but it just gave me the willies.
Yeah.
I was okay with the blood and guts, but
yeah, it's just an office visit. He said it literally takes 5 minutes, but it's just an office visit. But I just wanted to know if you knew anything about that or could see anything about that.
Is it affecting his vision?
No.
Okay. All right. But they're worried that it's going to affect his vision. All right. What I'm watching happen is I'm watching a little teeny tiny cautery pen. It's what it's doing is it's cauterizing. It's burning that little tributary there. And it's not burning the whole thing. So he'll still have blood flow, but it's burning it a little bit so that the channel isn't as big. Does that make sense? Okay. Kind of like if you had a tube and you put some glue in the tube so you made the inner diameter of the tube smaller. That's what I watched happen. And they use these pinpoint cautery pens in the operating room to burn something. So that's what I'm watching to make it smaller so that it will be a normal size. I don't know. See if that helps. I've never seen that healing before, Mary. So, interesting.
Did it just do anything? Did it just?
Yeah.
Did it do anything just now?
It did. It went back to normal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know about that. Thank you.
Let me know. You're welcome. Okay. Thanks for calling.
All right. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
I think it's so funny about these different healings that I get to see is sometimes I'll be talking to a client on the phone and I'll watch this healing and say, oh, this is so cool. I haven't seen this before. Oh my gosh, how about this? And then I'll be describing it. And inevitably, then I'll see it from there on. So I think I just keep getting more and more different healings that are coming in. And it's also interesting because early on when I started doing this, I would watch organ transplants energetically and I'd see the donor patient and I'd see the kidney or the liver or whatever harvested out of the donor patient and the kidney that's diseased taken out of the person with whom I'm working. Now I just watch everything get generated with stem cell energy. So it's like fast forward 20 years, there's more advanced procedures that are happening energetically. And I think they have a lot to do with what's happening here in human reality because they're doing so many amazing things with stem cell energy to regenerate body parts and heal people. And I see those healings all the time, every day, multiple times a day. So that's kind of fun. That's what makes this so much fun. All right, let's go to Bobby next. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm calling from Eden Prairie, Minnesota.
Oh, terrific. How are things up there?
A little drizzly right now, but not too bad. Not too bad.
All right.
We could use the rain, so that's good.
Terrific. So at least you don't have that white stuff. You should have that white stuff on the ground.
I know. Much better than that. I'd rather have the liquid.
Exactly.
I have a beautiful 5-year-old golden retriever. And she became very, very ill yesterday. And I had to bring her into the emergency clinic. And she's normally a very healthy dog. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't really figure out what was wrong with her, but she was vomiting like nonstop. It was just horrid. And they pretty much stabilized her, but she's kind of funky still today. I was just wondering, she was in daycare for like 7 hours the day before she got sick on Tuesday. And I'm just wondering if you could see if she maybe got into something or if something happened there that made her ill.
She did. She got into something. And what I'm getting is it had to do with chemicals on a lawn or grass or something that had been sprayed and it got on her feet and she licked it and then she ingested it. She's going to be fine. They just need to pound the fluids with her. I've already got her on my radar. What's her name, Bobby?
It's Lily.
Lily. How cute is that?
Yeah. Oh, she's adorable.
She's going to be fine. Do they have her on IVs still?
Yeah, well, they gave her fluids and then they gave her a shot to settle her stomach. But, they couldn't really tell what it was. And they took x-rays and there was no blockage or anything. So it was chemicals.
Chemicals. Yeah. And this time of year, the gardeners are out and they're putting all the chemicals on the grass and in the shrubs and the flower beds and stuff like that. And she got into some of that, most likely at the daycare center when they let her out. And, and then they licked their feet. Yeah. So
yes. Okay.
I'm glad she's on the mend.
She's going to be fine though. So
she's going to be fine.
Okay.
They just need to give her fluids. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All righty. When we come back, we're going to get Patricia on next. So stay with us, everybody. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We've got Patricia on the line. Hi, Patricia.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call. I'm the mother of the missing soldier from Fort Bliss. He's been missing for 714 days now, and I don't know what else to say.
I'm so sorry. Where are you located, Patricia?
South Carolina.
Okay, and what's your son's name?
Richard.
Richard. All right. And where was he when he was last seen?
In his barracks.
Okay. And he's just gone missing? They have no idea what happened or where he is?
Nope. He's designated the very first CONUS S1 missing soldier under the new policies.
Say that again. He's designated as the what missing soldier?
Like the Continental USA.
Yeah.
Just one stands for duty status whereabouts unknown, missing.
Okay.
Just vanished.
And where was he when he vanished?
In his barracks.
I know, but where was the barracks?
Fort Bliss, El Paso.
El Paso. Okay. All right. So how may I help you?
Where is he? Where is he?
I'm getting that he's in spirit. He's not alive. So, Richard, what happened? Saying he was mugged. He was mugged. Mugged in the barracks? I'm getting a yes on that. I'm getting that he's not alive in human form. He's in spirit form. He's saying he's around you all the time. He communicates with you. You feel like you're getting a thought in your head from him, and you discount it because that's just not even in your realm of possibilities at this point. Consider scheduling a whole hour with me, Patricia, and let's have an in-depth conversation with him and see if we can get some information for you. He's saying there's a big cover-up. There's a big cover-up. He's saying it was foul play.
I looked at your schedule and I saw October, so I thought I would try to call, and thank you so much for taking.
Yeah, you're welcome. Get on my schedule and then check that, check that reschedule button. I'm telling you, people reschedule all the time, and a lot of times you can get in within a day or two. Happens every week. So just get on my schedule and then we'll take it from there. Do you have any inkling? Have you talked to anybody that was there with him? Or is everybody just totally silent about this?
No, we have a judge that has been helping us, that Richard was trying to expose many, and this was a retaliation. He made a Child Protective Service complaint. So we do have a lot of information, but we're not getting any answers. Nothing official. No one wants to take any kind of responsibility or sign their name to any statement or anything, and it's just horrible. It's just because you hear rumors, but you want to know the truth, and the authorities, 15 plus agencies, from the FBI to the Homeland Department of Homeland Security to the borders and Customs and Borders, and 15 plus agencies, FBI, everyone looking for him, and it has, they said, nope, can't. He just vanished.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, whether you're an investigator or not, it just doesn't make any sense to just a normal brain.
And the military, the military didn't even call us. We were sitting on edge. We finally called the military because Richard was the Distinguished Honor Graduate for Basic Training and AIT. And so we didn't want to call, and my husband is a 30-year veteran, and say, hey, where's our son? We haven't heard from him. So we did that. And they're like, oh, well, he's a deserter. We're like, what are you talking about?
No, he's not. No, he isn't. Yeah. So try and get on my schedule. Just get on my calendar, and then we'll see what we can do to help you. I do forensic work a lot, not a lot, but I've done it over the years and help solve some mysteries like that. So I'll do everything I can to help you with this, and we can talk to him and we'll get information, and he'll lead us to what you need to help get some answers and get some closure for yourself. So just get on my schedule.
Thank you
and
so
then
much.
We'll take it from there. Okay. Hang in there. Sending you a big hug.
Okay. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, everybody. That's it for this week. Wow. What an ending call. Thank you for joining us. And I will be back next week. Same time, same station. Follow me on Instagram, Ask Julie Ryan, Facebook, Ask Julie Ryan. Everything you need is at AskJulieRyan.com. And thank you so much for listening and participating in these shows and for calling in. It's so fun to see who's calling in and what their questions are and what Spirit has to say. So I really appreciate all of the people that take the time to call in. Sending you lots of love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.